What is up, y'all? Welcome to this YouTube video. Authentic conversation about life, nature, the purpose of this channel, and just kind of a natural flow. You know, I just got back from the Smoky Mountains on a adventure of a lifetime, life-changing moments. And in one of those moments when I was on top of a mountain and I was thinking about YouTube a lot, and I was resonating with it, because y'all, for the last 3 years I've really wanted to do YouTube and I just haven't. I've been pushing it off. And in that moment, I promised to the mountains, to the Smokies, to myself, to everything, that I'm going to create one YouTube video every single week. And this is the first week of doing that. So here I am in my nature preserve. I think we're just gonna find a nice spot to sit down. I'm gonna set up the tripod and I'm just gonna flow. I'm gonna authentically talk about myself, this purpose, life, just kind of whatever comes to mind. So that'll be the video today. I hope y'all really appreciate this, because it's gonna be some deep things. And let's get right into it. Here we are, y'all. Grabbed a nice seat in the nature preserve. Little backstory on the nature preserve, on kind of what's going on here, because this will be a big part of the channel. You know, this is about an acre and a half big of a woodland that is beside my house that I have completely transformed into the most biodiverse native ecosystem I can. You know, over the last 4 years, I really have done a lot of work on removing the invasive plants, planting native species, adding brush piles, wildlife ponds, and just all of the above in a focused energy on how can I really create the healthiest biodiverse ecosystem I can. You know, this is a big part of what this channel is going to be, is I'm a nature guy. I love everything to do about nature. I have a big message for humanity on nature, on how we are caretakers of these native ecosystems and our role in the ecosystem. There's just a lot to cover here, and that's why I'm so excited for this YouTube channel, because now this gives me opportunities to create more in-depth videos, to create, you know, where I can really put my energy into a video instead of, you know, because, you know, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I'm creating these quick clip videos, but I'm feeling I'm not putting the depth of myself on there. And even with YouTube, you know, I'm learning this process. But when I was in the Smoky Mountains and I was on that mountain and I got the clarity of, like, bro, you've been wanting to do YouTube, bro, you know you have it to absolutely thrive in YouTube, but you just aren't starting. You just have to start, and that's why I made that promise of once every week to build on it. I'm not expecting these videos to blow up or really be unbelievably edited, but I am just needing that consistency right now so I can build this community. I can build this understanding with what even I want this YouTube to look like. And you only really get that deep understanding when you can reflect on videos and see the progress and see the things. Oh, I like this about this video. I'm not going to do that as much. That's just why I'm here, man. God, this human experience, this life journey, it's been one hell of a ride. You know, always since I was very young, I knew I was supposed to do something great. And I remember when I was young, it was emotions that would really scare me. Like, I remember, you know, even I'm talking, you know, 10, 12, 14, of just like emotions of like powerful energy, just to where I felt so different. And I kind of always suppressed that. I tried to blend myself in. I even went through a phase where, like, when I was in middle school and high school, where I told myself, I don't even like nature. I'm not a bird watcher. Like, everything about myself that was true to me, I suppressed it and created this kind of false identity that was not based on my authentic truth. But I almost definitely feel I had to go through that to then have the contrast to know when I was really being my true self, and to gain that confidence and trust to then authentically really be who I'm here to be. And, you know, I'm grateful for it all. I'm grateful exactly where I am. That was another moment when I was in the Smokies where I was so overwhelmingly emotional, was, damn, I'm right where I need to be. Like, I really am right where I need to be, you know. And I look at all the steps and the journeys and the moments over my life, and a lot of things that were hard, a lot of things that were beautiful, a lot of things that aligned perfectly, a lot of things that really challenged me and grew me, in situations that in the moment seemed so unfair, but everything is for your journey. You know, the journey is the way. And especially when you are someone who, you know, wants to do something great with their life, doesn't want to settle, is literally searching and seeking for their highest purpose as to why they're here, their hero's journey. So when you really embark on that journey, life's going to get very hard, because those hard things in your life are there to grow you, are there to change you, are there to get you ready, so you are ready for the big destiny that is ahead of you, you know. And man, humanity, boy, are we going through it now in the sense of we're awakening, we're changing, our perceptions of reality are beginning to expand, our consciousness is beginning to expand, and our awareness is becoming more aware of who we are at the depth of our soul, who we really are. Because, you know, we came into this human experience with a lot of amnesia as to who we are. We forgot everything about who we truly are, and we're kind of in this process where we're coming home, we're remembering our true nature, our divineness nature with it all, the oneness that is everything in this world, that there is no separation, and that understanding will only ever come from within. And what I found, it only truly ever comes from when you experience it. To fully actually understand it within your being is you have to experience it. And you know, in my life I've had many moments where I'd go camping by myself, where I'd go to the Smokies, where I'd be in a deep meditation, where I would embark on a psychedelic journey. In those moments are when I really learned about myself. And there is levels to this, there really is. And it is a process, you know, to really discover your true nature. Life is it becomes quite a roller coaster, and it's not easy, but you know, I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And it can be a very lonely journey, because then you start tapping into things about yourself that are hard to understand in the moment. And then when you begin to understand it within yourself, and then, you know, I went through the phase where it's like, oh, I want to tell people about this. I want to explain this to people about the oneness and who we are. When you really start to awaken and see things from the other perspective, and then you try and share it, and then it's like, oh, you know, they can't understand. It does become lonely, and everyone's on their own journey. This isn't, I'm better and this and that. No, but, you know, when you really begin to discover your true nature, it's just not easy, man. And you can see I'm in this moment. I'm being authentic right here. Like I said, this was kind of an off-the-dome video, and I'm going to get really more in depth on a lot of these topics and more organized with what this video is going to be. But I just wanted to come out here in my preserve and just record myself, bro, and just be authentic and see what my soul wants to talk about. And right now it's kind of being called to talk about, you know, the journey and awakening and discovering your true nature and expanding your awareness into who you really are, which is freaking beautiful. But it is a blessing and a curse, you know, because as a whole, you know, humanity, we're going through it in an awakening, and we're seeing the systems right now collapse. We're seeing this chaos start to unfold, and like, we got to go through that. We have to, because when you break things down is when you're able to build things back up. And like, we need to break things down in terms of just everything, the way that we're living. It could be so much more beautiful. And there is these corrupt energies out here that are taking advantage of us, that are taking our energy, that are trying to poison us and do things to us. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your life. And when you realize that, and you detach from it, and you let go of the external power that you're giving everything to, and you internalize your own being and remember exactly who you are, that's the change. And we all individually do that. That's the awakening. That's the ascension of this earth, which is, bro, it's going to be incredible. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to go through some things. It's going to be very hard. And, you know, that's just life. And this is a topic that I would love to very much go more and more and more in depth. And even me speaking about it right now is helping me articulate my thoughts and helping me connect to it at that deeper level. And it's just beautiful. And then nature, my home, man. Nature has taught me so much. The real world, the connection that is here, to where you can authentically feel it in your being in the moment. As I'm just talking right here and I'm looking at the trees, and I can feel their energy. I can feel their connection. I can feel the unity consciousness of this. And that tapping in, that home, is what is going to help us, bro. Is what is going to help you remember who you are. Because when you authentically really allow yourself to connect to nature, then authentically you really begin to connect to the true nature of who you are, who you really are, not who they told you who you are. For yourself, you begin to reveal who you really are to yourself. Growing up, everyone answered that question for us. This is who you are. This is what you're a part of. We disconnected that real voice right here that has the truth, your truth. And the only really lies are when you're lying to yourself. And many times we lie to ourselves to remain comfortable, to remain feeling safe, to remain in the known. Because when you really start to be real with yourself is when, woohoo, you're gonna have to face some things, you're gonna have to make a decision that seems very uncomfortable. But the thing is that true voice within you knows what is best for you, knows exactly what you need to do to bring yourself into the greatest version of yourself. And right now we're all being called to start facing those shadows, to start seeking and sitting with the uncomfortable emotions and begin to heal and begin to really take a leap of faith into the unknown to say, who really am I and why am I here? That's the most powerful question we can ask, two most powerful questions we can ask ourselves. Who am I and why am I here? And maybe you don't need the answer immediately, but open yourself up to the answer and go out in nature and just sit. Maybe you don't receive the answer, but maybe you receive something else that you needed in that moment. Because now all of a sudden you begin to authentically connect back to this connection right here. We spend our entire existence right here. So having a real authentic connection based on truth that you can feel, that you can trust, is powerful, and it will help you in this new world. It's going to be essential to have. It's just beautiful. As you can hear the wind out here. As I'm in this moment, man. God, this YouTube channel, like, I'm not looking at this channel as like, oh, I'm just gonna try this. I know my purpose in this. I know my destiny at a world stage. And I know having these conversations, having these moments where I can just speak authentically is where my bread and butter is with the content. Is where my real impactful content is going to come out, especially when I get good at this, especially when I learn how to really edit, or maybe I align with a editor, and now all of a sudden I just really only have to focus on creating the content. Like, things are gonna fall into place. But I know I had to take that step now within myself and do it, so then the other things that I know I'm capable of doing can unfold. I know I can't skip steps, so here I am creating this first video. As this, I will be posting a video every single week. I have to honor that for the integrity of myself too. I literally was in the Smoky Mountains and I pointed at one of the most powerful moments. I pointed at this beautiful tree that was overlooking the entire mountains, and I go, I promise you that I will honor that. I will honor that. I'm going to do this, even if it's a week video for 1 week. Like, I just got to do it. But you know what? I don't think there will be any week videos, because now I'll be tapped in. I'll have that momentum. I'll have that connection. I'll have that purpose. And for the ones that are here, for the ones that are listening to this right now, get ready, because like I said in the Smokies, the world gonna feel Johnny Nature. The world gonna feel Johnny Nature. I made a video on that. It was at night. I had tears rolling down my face. Like, the world gonna feel Johnny Nature, I was saying. And it's just a beautiful journey, y'all. So I hope that y'all stuck with me through this video. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you just felt some authentic, beautiful, real vibes. And I hope it inspires you to get out in nature today and just connect. Just sit on the ground, take your shoes off, and just sit and touch a tree. Meditate, observe yourself, move into your heart, and just connect. So blessings, y'all. I'll see you on the next one.